Here are 6 of my worst failures of trying to sell my art online over the last couple of years. And the reason I wanted to share these is that there are so many people online sharing grandiose claims of making huge money on Etsy or print on demand, all sorts of different ways to sell your artwork online. I mean, if you do any search on YouTube for any topic related to selling artwork in a specific way, you are going to see huge amounts of videos with all these big numbers like $20,000 in a month. And I'm sorry, but this is just either a lie or maybe it was a really rare case that somebody was able to do that. But most times that is not going to happen. Really, if you want to make it as an artist, you have to try a lot of things and be willing to fail. And that's why I want to share my failures here with you today. The first is TikTok Shop. When I first heard about it, I was like, this is an amazing opportunity. TikTok was even giving discounts of like 50% to people who would buy products off of TikTok Shop. And if you're unfamiliar with what TikTok Shop is, TikTok allows you to sell products through their website, through a store that you have that's hosted on TikTok. So you don't need your own website or anything like that to sell on TikTok Shop. This makes it really easy for artists who are gaining a following to be able to sell their art and different things that they create on TikTok. So I paid my assistant to upload 200 of my art prints to my TikTok Shop, get everything programmed and ready to go. And then I was so excited to start selling. And this was a little over a year ago. I thought, it's great, I'm going to launch this just before Christmas, and TikTok's giving these amazing coupons where people are going to save all this money. They can get my artwork cheaper on TikTok than anywhere else, and I would still get paid the amount that I had wanted because TikTok was funding the coupons. So I was just really excited about this opportunity. So got it all going, was doing my TikToks every day, trying to funnel people into the TikTok Shop, and crickets. Nothing. Eventually, several months later, I did sell 2 prints. So in an entire year, after all of that work, all of those TikTok videos I made, ultimately the money that I paid to have all of the products put on my TikTok Shop was much more than what I earned off of the prints. So really, I lost money on this and I did a whole lot of work. The next is launching an affiliate program on my website. So what I was hoping to do was give people the opportunity to share links to different artworks or products on my website, and then they could give their followers a 10% off discount, and then they would also earn a 10% commission on any of the sales that they made by referring people using my links to my website. I thought this was great. People could earn a little extra money. Let's say they had like a dog account or a cat account on Instagram. They could promote my art pieces that were based on their particular type of animal, and they could make a little money, and I'd be able to make money too. But so far, I've had only a few people sign up over the last year, and I've made 0 sales through affiliate links. Next is Facebook ads for art prints. Oh my gosh, like I was so frustrated with all of the experiments that I've done over the last couple of years trying to sell my art prints through Facebook ads, and I have never been able to get any of it to work. I might sell 1 print if I spend $50, but that's not sustainable, especially if the print's only a $20 order and I've spent $50 to make it. I'm losing money. Even if I break even, it's just really not good. To tell you how far I went, I even took a course which cost me a couple $100s. So that way it would show me how to use Facebook ads to be able to definitely sell products with them, just to make sure that I wasn't doing something wrong. And I wasn't. I was trying everything that they had said in the course already prior to doing it. So I didn't learn anything. I just wasted even more money. What I realized is that a lot of times people are thinking they're going to get scammed and that you're not even a real artist. You're some China company that maybe even is stealing people's artwork and putting on products and selling them, and they're going to scam them out of their money. So people are really afraid and kind of concerned with buying just off of ads that they see on Facebook. I know I've personally been burned a few times by buying items off of a Facebook ad, and then I get them and it's not at all what the ad represented it to be. And so I can totally understand why. But as an artist trying to figure out how to make Facebook ads work for my business, it's been really difficult. One of the experts that put on the Facebook course that I took told me that I should pair my sales with a charity. So for example, I should say that every time a person buys an art print, I'm donating a meal to a cat in need or something like that. Something where every time that they purchase something, part of that money goes toward a charity. I really liked the idea, but I never put it into place, at least over the last year. Maybe sometime in the future I will give it a try. But it's hard to get everything figured out about exactly how much a meal for a cat would would cost, and then how many art prints would I be selling to be able to pay for that, and then would it even be worth it for a nonprofit to get involved in something like that? Because let's say I only sell 10 art prints over a weekend that I'm doing this ad campaign, and then if a meal costs what, like 50 cents? I mean, is a $5 donation really worth it for a charity to put their name on my product and work with me? I mean, I would think probably not. It's really a waste of their time, and I don't want to waste a charity's time. And so until I can figure out how to make that work better, I don't know if it's really a solution for me, but it is one of the things that I thought about trying in the future. Next are ads on YouTube videos. I tried this not this year, but last year. I spent around $100 on ads. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but what I did was I made a video talking about my custom pet portrait commissions, and this was before Christmas time, maybe like in October-ish, and I put my ad to be as a pre-roll ad, so the ads that you see before the video plays to different animal related accounts on YouTube. And I thought this was going to drive a huge amount of sales for me because all of the people who are watching those videos are my potential customer base. If they're a person watching a cute animal video or following an animal creator, then they likely have animals themselves and probably would like a really cute rainbow colored portrait of their animal. I mean, that was my logic anyway. So I spent this money on these ads and never got a single lead and never made a single sale. Now, it's not to say that it won't work, but it didn't work for me. Next is another failure that has to do with YouTube, but it has to do with the links to my products. You can see them if you look below this video. They are shopping links, and if a person clicks on any of these, it sends them directly to my website so that they can purchase. And I thought by adding these shopping links under my videos, it would be amazing. And the cool thing about this is that there is a lot of data, so you can see what they purchase through my Shopify website, because you have to have Shopify in order to link these together and have these appear on YouTube. You have to have a certain number of YouTube followers to also be able to have this available to you in your YouTube account. So not everybody can do this, but if you have a Shopify store and you have enough followers, you can put your products underneath your videos. So I've had my artwork underneath my videos for the last year, and I only ever sold one order through this of about $75. And so this wasn't a very lucrative opportunity by any means, and it took me quite a bit of time to configure the Shopify plugin to be able to get it to appear on my YouTube. Why I think these links beneath my videos didn't work is that I think there is an audience product mismatch. And what I mean by that is that I had artwork under there. Now I have some ebooks that are targeted toward artists selling work. So my results over this next year might be different. But for the previous year, I only had artwork below the videos. And my primary audience are artists who want to sell their work. They're not people who are watching me wanting to buy my work necessarily. And so to try to sell a person something that they're not really looking for, it's no wonder that they're not going to buy it. But we'll see how it turns out over the next year or two as I add more products like ebooks and things like that that artists are really interested in that will help them sell their work. Next are donations to charities. Last year I donated to 9 different animal charities. I donated dozens and dozens of art prints for them to sell in their fundraisers to raise money to help animals in need. And I love to be able to do that. I do this every year. But last year I donated way more than what I typically do because I was contacted by so many organizations through Etsy and through my website. And I don't like to turn people away necessarily if they're doing something good. I love to help animals, but also I thought that perhaps if I were to donate my artwork to all of these charities, I mean, they had said that they would promote me in return by sending out my link to my website and all of their promotional materials. Some even claimed that they would send out links to my website to tell people how they could purchase my work in their newsletters. So I thought this would be a great thing for exposure, and I should get some sales off of it. And I gotta say, it was a huge disappointment. The charities often misspelled my name because I know my name is kind of hard to spell, but they would misspell my name. They wouldn't list my website even under the listings where they were for sale on their auctions, and they rarely ever promoted me on their social media accounts. And I can't trace any sales that I made to any of the donations. If you look at the areas of the country that I donated to, I have no sales from any people in those locations. Lesson learned: if you want to donate artwork to a charity, make sure it's for completely altruistic reasons, that you just want to help them. Because if you're doing it for partly altruism and partly to help yourself, helping yourself is likely not going to happen. Ultimately, if you want to succeed as an artist, you must realize that you have to try lots of different things to make money. So you need to have lots of different revenue streams. And the more things you try, the more likely you are to fail. And I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm still trying new things, and I'm still failing all the time, constantly. And it's okay to fail, as long as every once in a while you're succeeding. And then you stack those successes on top of each other year after year. And then a few years down the line, you got a lot of things that are succeeding, and you're still failing at a lot of things, but you keep trying. Because the world of the internet, and especially selling your artwork online, it is constantly evolving. New social media networks are coming on the scene, and then old ones are kind of fading into the wayside constantly. New products that are available to sell your work through, for example, Instagram Reels, weren't here 5 years ago. And so you got to think about that. As your career progresses as an artist, you constantly need to reinvent yourself, and you constantly need to try new ways to market yourself as an artist. Because if you're not trying new things, then you're probably not going to be selling as much work as you want to. And on the topic of revenue streams, if you'd like to learn 30 plus ways to make money as an artist, watch this video. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.